Hey, let's quickly revise AS 18 related party disclosures. This standard talks only about two things: who is a related party, and if somebody is a related party, what should I disclose? Let me finish the second part. This standard defines related parties into two types of relationships. How you have arranged marriage, situationship and all of that. In this standard we have two types, which is relationship based on control, relationship based on significant influence. What the standard is saying is, if it is a relationship based on control between two companies, let's say company A and company B, you need to disclose that in the financial statements even though they don't have any transactions during the year. Second, relationship based on significant influence. Let's say entity A and B have a significant influence, then you need to disclose in the financial statements only if they have transactions between them during the year. This is what to disclose if the relationship is based on control or significant influence. In simple, what is control? You have the same Companies Act holding subsidiary definition where you control more than half of the total voting power, or control the composition of board of directors, or you control the other entity through an agreement. Significant influence, take the same definition of associate company what you learned there. If you have more than or equal to 20% of voting power in the other entity, then you have significant influence. Of course, this has exceptions where even if you have more than 20%, you may not be having significant influence, or even if you have less than 20%, you may be having significant influence if you can demonstrate the opposite of what is there in the percentage. So this is the second part of the standard, what to disclose. Coming to the first part of the standard, who is a related party? Let's take I am an entity. For example, I can be Bata, I can be CSK, I can be Reebok, whatever. I am an entity. Let's do a simple demonstration. For me, my holding, my subsidiary, my associate and my joint venture and my fellow subsidiaries are my related party. Second, if there is any KMP in my company, that KMP and their relatives are related party to me. Next, any other individual plus their relative, if they have control or significant influence in me, we are also related party. So in me, some KMP or some other individual is there. Now such KMP or such individual, if they have control or significant influence in some other entity, then my entity and that some other entity are also related parties. For example, let's say I am CSK, we have RCB. Let's say Vijay Mallya has control in both CSK and RCB, then both these companies become related parties. This is relative for a company. What is relative for an individual? For an individual, the relative is close relationship, parents, kids, brother, sister, spouse, and these people only if you can influence them or they can influence you. Meaning, both the Ambani brothers, if they are fighting, you can't call them as relatives because this standard says you need to be siblings, plus you should have the ability to influence the other person. Last part, 3 or I would say 6 exceptions, 3 plus 3 cases where AS 18 is not applicable. First 3 cases where AS 18 is applicable but exempted. In case of intra-group transactions, in case of consolidation, law permits confidentiality, then you need not disclose over here. These are 2 cases where AS 18 is not applicable. Few cases where AS 18 is not applicable but it looks like it is applicable. Few cases include, just because my 2 companies have a common director, they are not related parties. Just because you have sole franchisee, sole customer, you are the sole vendor, you are not related party. Just because you have trade unions of the company is not related party, or any public utility providers like EV providers, water supply, municipality, or even bank giving me loan. These are some cases which might look like related party but they are not related party. This is in crux what is AS 18. In simple, again let me revise. AS 18 says who is related party, if they are related party, what we should disclose. In exam you will only get questions like this: are they related party? If yes, what to disclose? And these exceptions also come in. Thank you.